82 early 2021 mock draft. And with the 11th pick, I got the Atlanta Falcons taking Travis Etienne. I almost went Patrick Surtain Jr. here. I almost did, but the Atlanta Falcons have little to no run game. They got Ty Gurley on a 1-year contract. So I figured I'd give them the best all-purpose back in this draft. He is 5'10", 210 pounds, out of Clemson, had 207 rush attempts for 1,614 yards, 19 touchdowns, 37 receptions for another 432 yards and 4 TDs. He can just do it all.
I just think it's way too early. This draft, you already have another great running back coming out, Chuba Hubbard, who I think led the league, led the NCAA in rushing.
I understand I believe you got Najee Harris coming out too out of Alabama. But I've always felt like in the first round, if that's your guy, it don't matter what anybody thinks, you take it.
Well,
that's your guy.
It's too early.
And
you need to address better positions.
yeah, that's your opinion, and I'm cool with it. You're allowed to have that opinion, but for me, Travis Etienne, number 11.
All right, at number 11, I have Atlanta selecting Shaun Wade, corner from Ohio State. Yeah, 26 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 4 receptions through his freshman and sophomore year, 14 pass deflections in freshman and sophomore year. Best corner in the draft by far.
No, he's not. Patrick Surtain is head and shoulders ahead of him.
How?
He's better. He shuts down, as a true freshman, as a true sophomore, and when we play football again, as a true junior, he will shut down one side of the field.
We'll see. But he won't have to find these on the other side.
Well, son, he had Jeff Okudah and Damon Arnett, or whatever the hell his name was. And that's all he could do.
He had 2 first-round picks ahead of him in the rotation, and he still found a way to get 4 interceptions in 2 years.
In 2 years, okay.
14 pass deflections, 7 each year.
Whoop-de-doo. He's still not as good as Patrick Surtain.
How?
Watch the film, son. He's not as good.
Well, he doesn't have as much film because he doesn't play as much.
He's not as good.
Patrick Surtain didn't have the competition ahead of him that Shaun Wade did.
And Patrick Surtain has been better every year.
But he doesn't have the competition.
How does he not have the competition? He's been a starter.
Him, Damon Arnett, and Jeff Okudah has not allowed a touchdown in 2 seasons.
We're not talking about Jeff Okudah.
But that's
We're
who we
talking
had
about
ahead of him.
Shaun Wade. He's not better than Patrick Surtain. I think that's a messed up pick. I think you took him way too high. All right, with the 12th pick, I got the Arizona Cardinals selecting Jalen Waddle, receiver out of Alabama, at 5'10", 182 pounds. This kid only caught 33 passes, had 560 yards, 6 of them for touchdowns. Had 5 kickoff returns for 175 yards and a touchdown. 20 punt returns, 487 yards and a touchdown. This kid can play outside. You can put him in the slot. You put him in the slot, he's a mismatch for whoever they put on him. He's not Jerry Jeudy route running ability, but he is good route runner. He's got great hands. Best player available. I don't see, with the uncertainty of when Larry Fitzgerald may decide to retire, you get Kyler Murray some more help right here.
I'd actually love for them to take Patrick Surtain. I'd love for them to take him here because he's the best corner available now, in my opinion. Since I have Shaun Wade already going. If you haven't taken him here, you got your Patrick Peterson replacement. I don't like taking receivers this high unless they are Jamar Chase, Jerry Jeudy, CeeDee Lamb level players, even Henry Rhodes level players. But
I would argue he's better than Henry Rhodes.
What have you seen from him that first week? He's not even faster, and that's his main trait.
from watching him on tape, he's a better route runner. He's got better hands.
Nah.
Yeah.
And Henry
Don't
Ruggs.
let your Alabama bias slip in here. We're supposed to be looking at this from an NFL
Hey,
GM.
I'm less biased than you are.
You're supposed to be looking at this from an NFL GM.
Look,
He is a very good receiver who could arguably, I mean, if he does blow up, he could be the best receiver in this year's draft.
yeah, if he blows up.
We do not know what Jamar Chase is going to look like without Joe Burrow.
We don't know.
That is my big hang up. We've seen him with Tua. We've seen him with the backup, Mac Jones. We've seen his production didn't drop off. Devonta Smith's production didn't drop off. Jalen Waddle's, Jerry Jeudy. These receivers didn't drop off. They didn't miss a beat when Tua got hurt.
Because of the offense. You know, Jalen Waddle is very, very raw from what I've seen. You can't have a receiver in the NFL just go with goes. Where it goes
He don't.
and slants.
He don't, son. I mean,
Does he have a full route tree?
He can run the full route tree, son.
I haven't seen
You have to at Alabama, son.
I haven't seen it.
Well, then you need to watch more film.
Really calling me out.
I'm just saying you need to watch more film. He can run the entire route tree.
I just think there's more needs on the Arizona, especially offensive line, but especially corner.
That's a very good argument. I understand that. And just like with my Atlanta pick, I battled here. But I'm a firm believer in the first round, you take best player available.
Unless you have much of a need at corner, at even safety, and offensive line as Arizona.
I got them taking best player available.
What does it matter if you have Jalen Waddle, Larry Fitzgerald, Christian Kirk, and Andy Isabella if they can't hold him upright? You can't run around forever.
He can. But boy, when he hits Waddle deep, it's going to be pretty.
Yeah. Purdy to 79 for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
So they lose that.
They got rounds 2 through 7 to get linemen and DBs and backers.
2-7. Will have still those players there.
That's where you build the heart of your team, son.
You get receivers for the heart of your team in the 5th round.
And you can't get Jalen Waddle in the 5th round.
Says who?
Says everybody with a brain.
I mean, let's talk about Jalen Waddle caliber players. Doug Baldwin was undrafted.
I understand that, son. Antonio Brown.
6th round.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It's very few and far between do you get that.
Having 3 receivers going in the top 15 just doesn't work.
Well, this is the old man's draft. That's Bubba's draft. You put what you want where. I disagree. Patrick Surtain, best corner in this draft.
All right, number 12, I have Arizona selecting Wyatt Davis, offensive guard from Ohio State. 6'4" big guy, best offensive guard in the draft, arguably. I think their left guard is like J.R. Sweezy. He ain't going to cut it, and you have to keep Kyler Murray upright. He's a small quarterback. Can't run from his life the entire season.
Yeah, I like the pick. Keep him upright so he can throw touchdowns to Jalen Waddle.
Sadly, that will not be a reality.
Son, the likelihood we get any of these right this far out is slim to none, but it's still fun to do. I still enjoy it. I still enjoy the back and forth. I still think Jalen Waddle's a better pick, though. All right, with the 13th pick, I got the Bears taking Patrick Surtain Jr., defensive back out of Alabama. He's 6'2", 203 pounds, had 32 solo tackles last year, 2 interceptions, 3 forced fumbles, and 8 passes defense. The best defensive back in this class. Arguably rivals Jeff Okudah for the best in the past 2. In my opinion, this is a shutdown corner.
Yeah, he's a shutdown corner, but I was with you to a degree about the best DB thing, maybe.
Yeah.
But to compare him to Jeff Okudah, that's ridiculous. Jeff Okudah had one of the best corner seasons in college football.
Jeff Okudah.
Back to back.
Yeah, I
didn't
agree.
give up a touchdown.
I
had
agree.
one penalty.
I agree. I said he arguably rivals him.
That's not an
an
argument.
argument.
There is no argument.
Yes, son.
You'll be arguing with yourself.
No, there is an argument there. This kid
It's great.
is like Darrell Revis, man. He puts these son of guns on an island by themselves.
You cannot compare Patrick Surtain to Revis Island.
Yeah, I can.
You can, but you
I
shouldn't.
can. I can
You
because he
ought
is
not to.
He is that good. He is that good.
He's not that good.
And I'm hoping sometime before I die, I get to see another DB flash for an entire career like Dion did. Still waiting on that. Still waiting on that.
You ain't gonna see it for a long time.
I'm hoping I get to see it.
Doubtful. But
Well, I'm on a little mini run here of Alabama players. It's hurting my heart. It's hurting my heart. But the
Patrick
one
Surtain,
thing we got on them, we won the Iron Bowl.
we did win. Patrick Surtain is, look, you can argue back and forth between him and Sean Wade.
You really can't argue back and forth between him. Sean Wade hadn't started
All right.
unless he's their nickel corner.
Patrick Surtain has a ton of potential.
He does.
What is he, 6'2"?
6'2",
6'2" corner. Big body corner.
runs. He can run good. I mean,
Good
he
express.
locks down one side of the field. There is not
He
too many.
kind of reminds me of Namdi Osmond to a degree. He's not going to try to bait you into throwing his way. He's just going to shut his guy down the entire game. Very good in man. Very good in man.
Yeah.
But you ain't going to stick him in zone.
He can play zone, son.
He can, so could Namdi, but he's not. You don't want him playing zone. You want him
And,
kind of playing that Akeem Talib role.
The reason I got the Bears going Patrick Surtain is because he fits their defensive scheme. They like to run a lot of blitz packages, and when you run blitz packages, unless you're running a zone blitz, you leave your corners on an island.
Yeah, and he can stick with us.
Yeah, and that's what he does. If there wasn't a DB in this class that could do that, I would probably have them taking a quarterback because I don't believe in Nick Foles or Mitchell Trubisky.
They probably have to move up and get one. Get out of Georgia. I don't think they're that good. Trey Lance, FCS quarterback. Because it ain't like this match.
But I got the Bears taking the best corner in this draft. He fell to them on my draft board, and Chicago is erupting with joy.
All right, at 13, I have the Bears selecting Hamza Nasruddin from Florida State
That
University.
kid's parents did him no favors.
He's a 6'4" safety. He's built like an outside linebacker. 101 tackles last year in a 12-game season.
Yeah.
2 interceptions, 1 touchdown, 3 pass deflections. He's kind of raw in coverage, but he's great in the run game. In the
Yeah.
box.
I don't have a player comp in the NFL, but like Kyrie in basketball, he does nothing great, but everything he does is really good. He's just a baller. You know, that's what this kid out of Florida State reminds me of. He's just a baller. Does nothing great, but everything really good, and he does it right. It works for him.
Yeah, he's 6'4" safety in Chicago. They lost Ha this past year.
Yeah, Eddie Jackson needs a running mate. I don't see why he couldn't play either safety position.
Eddie's the coverage guy, and then Hamza, you'll have him put him up in the box. Chuck Pagano will have just his X factor on that defense.
Yeah,
Outside
either
the
pick Patrick Surtain or Hamza. You know, either way you go, it's helping out the defense. All right, with the 14th pick, I got the Las Vegas Raiders taking Christian Barmore, interior defensive lineman out of Alabama. They just pump out defensive players, man, like it's nobody's business.
3 straight.
I know, I'm on a little mini Bama roll here. He's 6'5", 305 pounds, 26 total tackles, 12 solo, and for an interior defensive lineman, he had 2 sacks. This kid is just a space eater, man. I mean, you put him up there, and he's going to command double teams.
If you think about all the names, the D-tackle names that came out of it, didn't Marcel Darius come out there?
Marcel Darius.
Quentin Williams. Now you got Christian Barmore.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Terrence Cody.
Yeah, Dalvin Tomlinson.
Yeah.
I mean, they just pump out D linemen, and they're all good. I mean, shit, it sucks. But I got the Raiders getting some D-line help. I think they're gonna have a better season next year, and they'll be picking in that 14 to 20 range, 13 to 18, somewhere in there. But they definitely need some more help on the defense.
All right. At number 14, I have the Vegas Raiders selecting Patrick Surtain from Alabama. He already told you everything you need to know about Patrick Surtain. They selected Damon Arnett in this past draft. I don't know if that's really going to work out. But 32 solo tackles, 2 INTs, 8 pass deflections, 6'2", 200 pounds. Good corner.
Beast.
Very good corner.
Absolute beast.
And Lord knows that they need corner help. If I only found a pass rush, it wasn't even the guy that they were expecting to be the best pass rusher. Max Crosby.
Yeah, but you know, the Raiders gonna do what the Raiders do.
And John Gruden will love Patrick Surtain.
All right, with the 15th pick, I got the Cleveland Browns taking Carlos Basham Jr., edge rusher out of Wake Forest. 6'5", 275, 57 total tackles, 26 solo, 11 sacks, 3 forced fumbles. This guy has the right last name, Basham. And that's all he does is bash them. He tears up offensive tackles.
I mean, it's just, they already got a lot of edge rushers.
Yeah, but you can never have too many.
I know, but this high, you probably wanted such a bigger need, like offensive line. But they got Myles Garrett, one of the best edge rushers in the league. They got Larry Ogunjobi, who's a pretty good edge rusher. You got Olivier Vernon, who's over his career been a pretty good edge rusher. You know, and then you just add him, he's just going to be a rotational player like Solomon Thomas was, who was the 3rd overall pick, and now he's just a rotational guy in San Francisco.
Right, but the 2 most valuable positions, quarterback and edge rusher, or anybody getting after the quarterback.
Yeah.
You can never have enough.
I know. But imagine if San Francisco would have taken Deshaun Watson as that 3rd overall pick right there.
Well, imagine if the Bears wasn't idiots and didn't trade up to take Mitchell Trubisky. I mean, we could do that about anything. But, son, I mean, you got somebody who's getting 11 sacks at a school like Wake Forest, son.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, they're not known really for any sports. And this kid is owning. I mean,
what if he's just another Marcus Davenport? Marcus Davenport is not a bad player, but he's just a good edge rusher.
But, I mean, even if you put him in there just on 3rd downs, opposite of Mr. I'm going to beat you in the head, you got 2 power edge rushers.
I know, but you got Olivier Vernon, also very good edge rusher. Larry Ogunjobi, good edge rusher. Then you got Carlos Basham. I mean, of course you could rotate them. Like, when the Packers played the 49ers the first time and Balaga went down, they were just taking turns. Eric Armstead lined up across from the right tackle, and then Nick Bosa go get him. But I never saw Solomon Thomas try over there and go after him.
I mean, I understand your point, son. And my point is you can never have enough edge help.
I mean, and for you still got Shaun Wade on the board. They need corner help.
I do still have Shaun Wade on the board because I don't think he's top 15 talent.
Carlos Basham.
11 sacks.
I know.
says he is.
I'm not here to hate on the pick. I just think that USF's better news.
Well, I get you, but first round, best player available.
Well, okay.
If the best player available feels a need, then that's great for you.
Wait, do you think that Joe Burrow was the best player available?
See, that one's a hard one right there because, I mean, Chase Young, hands down, the best player in the draft.
I mean, best player available. Saquon would have been first overall pick to Cleveland.
Thank God he wasn't.
Best player available. Giants would have Devin White.
I agree with you, son.
I'm just saying, sometimes you don't go best player available, sometimes you go best player at your most important need.
Well, and I understand that. I do not think that the Giants this year went best player available with Andrew Thomas.
He wasn't even the best tackle, he was just perfect left. You need a left tackle.
Yes. I would argue that he could have been the best tackle available. I mean, you're splitting hairs there, but everybody, there's nobody in the world that would say Andrew Thomas, better player than Isaiah Simmons.
Well, Stephen A. would say Mekhi Becton was better than him.
Well, yeah, Stephen A. also said Dwayne Haskins was a running quarterback, son. We've already assessed this situation.
Man, did you not see him on those highlights?
I think that's where Stephen A. watches his NFL film highlight.
All right, I have Cleveland selecting middle linebacker from Mizzou, Nick Bolton. Nick Bolton had 103 tackles last year. He had 8.5 tackles for loss. He had a sack, 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown, and 7 pass deflections. Just a good, solid middle linebacker. They had Mack Wilson starting at middle linebacker last year. Not the best situation. I think he's more of a backup.
I think it's a little bit of a reach. There really is no set number 2 after Dylan Moses that I've seen projected to be in this draft. So, I mean, Mike Parsons, that's right, I'm sorry. You got Michael Parsons, then Dylan Moses.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just, their defense is solid. Outside of like safety and a little bit of corner, I think their third biggest need is Nick Bolton. I think he's the best player for their needs. This could end up really bad, but Nick Bolton, he's the best middle linebacker available. I think they're going after trying to make a playoff run next year, first time, and who knows how long. Finally got a good quarterback. Had a bad year last year. Great receiving core. Assessed the offensive line in the draft and went and got Jack Conklin. They got Nick Chubb, one of the best backs in the league, even behind that horrible offensive line. They got their front is set. Ogunjobi, Sheldon Richardson, Myles Garrett.
When he comes back.
Even though you don't really like him,
I mean, he's
one of the best
as a player, he is a great edge rusher. We won't go into what I think of him aside from that, but
Olivier Vernon, they got Denzel Ward.
I mean, they could use another corner opposite Denzel Ward, but I can't really argue with the pick. For me, Nick Bolton is a fringe first rounder.
Yeah, it's late first, early second, but it's just they need linebacker. They have B.J. Goodson, who was a backup to Blake Martinez last year.
I mean, it could work out. Could be a big bang.
Yeah, I mean, it's best linebacker available. I mean, you have them taking an edge rusher. I have them taking a reach at linebacker.
But
analytics, he's
like they say. I mean, if that's your guy, take him.
Yeah, I mean, Giants took Danny Dimes at 6. Nobody saw that coming.
And it looks like it's paying off.
Cleveland took Denzel Ward at 4. No one saw that coming.
Denzel Ward had all the talent Height.
Yeah, height. But he went at 4. No, not many people saw him going at 4.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, that's the reason everybody had him falling was concerns on height.
Yeah.
Would he get overpowered by the bigger, taller, stronger receivers?
Yeah, same thing with Jagger and Taylor.
All right, with the 16th pick, I got Tennessee Titans taking Kyle Pitts, tight end out of Florida, 6'6", 239 pounds. He had 54 receptions for 649 yards and 5 touchdowns. I think Tannehill needs that security blanket, and I really don't want them to run Derrick Henry into the ground. They got some pretty good receivers on the outside. I think they declined the 5th-year option on Davis this year.
Yeah.
So they're gonna need some help.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts plays like a receiver. With him losing Delaney Walker for the past couple of years, he's just been kind of on and off injured. I mean, he'll be good there with Anthony Firster and I forget the other guy's name. Yeah, they got A.J. Brown on the outside with Corey Davis, Adam Humphries. They got a good team. But they can't be giving Derrick Henry 30 carries a game.
No, they're going to wear him out.
And they lost their below average backup running back in Dion Lewis.
Yeah, he went to New York.
Yeah, he ain't a running back.
He's receiving back.
Kyle Pitts, he plays like a wide receiver. He's big, tall, strong, athletic. 650, 5 touchdowns last year.
Yeah, very good productive year. And that's with below average quarterback play at Florida.
What was it, 3rd string quarterback that started last year, the majority of last year? A guy who hadn't started since like his junior, since he was in junior high?
Yeah, and he was lighting everybody up.
Yeah.
He beat Auburn.
Yeah.
Damn it. All right, well, number 17, the Jacksonville Jaguars' 2nd pick in the 1st round. I got them taking Hamza Nasiruddin, I think is how you say it, out of Florida State. I probably butchered this kid's name.
I just memorized it right before the pick. I still don't know how to say his name.
Yeah, I don't either. 6'4", 215, 101 total tackles, 61 solo, 3 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions, 3 passes defended as a safety. Just a baller, man.
He's everywhere. I've seen a little bit of him. He's everywhere. Kind of like Derwin James, who was also
a Florida State, yeah.
Florida State product.
Just a baller.
Needs to improve in coverage, but when you're 6'4" with those long arms, 200 pounds,
and he can run like that,
yeah,
you're going to be dangerous. But he's going to Jacksonville. They never do anything. Once every 10 years, pop up, make a playoff run.
Minshew.
No, the Minshew mania is over. It's dead.
Minshew. All right. Wow, Jacksonville Jaguars selecting Walker Little, a 6'7" offensive tackle from Stanford. When you have Penei Sewell in your draft there.
Yeah, and Walker Little has some injury issues, or he would probably be higher on everybody's board.
Yeah.
But he's a great tackle. He's a mauler. He's one of them that enjoys taking the fight to the defensive player.
With them having Cam Robinson at left tackle, he's a solid left tackle, Cam Robinson.
Yeah, but he's not going to be great.
Yeah, he's just, and you don't want to be in your blind side tackle.
No.
Yeah, he's just good. I think he'll be a good, steady offensive lineman in the league. Protect your blind side.
Yeah. At pick number 18, I got the Minnesota Vikings selecting Jalen Twyman, interior defensive lineman out of Pittsburgh, 6'2", 290 pounds, 41 total tackles, 23 solo, and 10.5 sacks. You actually could argue that this kid should be higher, but the way my draft board fell, the reason I went Baltimore ahead of him size.
Yeah,
Baltimore 6'6", 305. This kid is 6'2", 290.
I mean, how often do you see an interior D lineman get 10.5 sacks?
Yeah, that's hard to turn down.
Unless you're Aaron Donald or Ndamukong Suh.
Right. He's a beast. I mean, you could argue to put him higher. Like I said, I got Baltimore higher because of his size.
I mean, 6'2", 288, that's not small.
It's not small, but it's not 6'5", 305.
A lot of 6'5", 305 guys that don't work out. How big was Terrence Cody?
True enough. You got a point there. But I think Minnesota, there's talk that they're going to let Harrison Smith go. They've kind of shopped him a little bit in trades.
We know how Zimmer is about his defense.
Yeah, and I really feel that they need to get somebody else on that line, and you build from the inside out. So take the best available interior defensive lineman that got 10.5 sacks at Pittsburgh, stick him on that line, let your linebackers roam.
Yeah. All right, I have Minnesota taking Christian Barmore, defensive tackle, interior defensive tackle. He had 26 total tackles last year, 6 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and 2 pass deflections. A big guy, they can stick him in the middle of the defense.
Yeah. Space eater.
Big E tackle.
Big mauler.
Eat up blocker. Drop this.
And everybody loves our SEC defensive lineman. All right, with pick 19, I got the Los Angeles Chargers taking Sean Wade, DB out of Ohio State, 6'1", 194 pounds, 25 total tackles, 16 solo, 1 forced fumble, 1 interception, 8 passes defended. I think he is the second best DB in this class. I don't think there's anything he can do to surpass Patrick Surtain, because if we get a college season this year, Surtain is just going to solidify himself as the #1 DB.
Hold up.
In my opinion.
You decided to send Sean Wade to the most stacked defensive backfield in the league.
Yes.
They have Derwin James, Desmond King, Chris Harris, what's his name? Casey Hayward. And you have them picking a corner?
Yes.
Why?
Because they're gonna lose some of them. They can't pay them all.
I don't think any of them
And you
are
can take Sean Wade, who I think is a very raw player, and he can sit behind them and get in nickel packages and get his playing time, mold his skills to where when they decide which one they don't want to pay, he can just slide right in and you lose nothing.
All right. You don't.
I think it's too early to draft a guard or a center or take a risk with a Walker Little who has had injury issues. So, yes, I got them taking Sean Wade, DB.
You're sending one of the top corners in the class where he'll sit. Won't get in very much.
Who says he won't get in very much?
Well, you have 3 of the top 10 corners.
If he's as good as you say he is, he'll be fighting for playing time day one.
With Desmond King, Casey Hayward, and Chris Harris. They're superstars.
Okay, and you can't pay all 3 of them.
I don't know if any of them are coming up on a new deal or not. I think Desmond King might be coming up too. But Sean Wade is one of the top corners in the class, and I think a team like Atlanta's coming up, because I don't think AJ Terrell's going to really work out. And they lost Desmond Trufant. But the Chargers, the one thing they don't really need is corner.
That's your opinion.
That's not my opinion. That's a fact.
That's your opinion.
They have Hunter Henry at tight end. Their offensive line is meh. They got Justin Herbert. They got elite receivers. Well, 2 good receivers.
Okay.
Keenan Allen's elite.
So who else
The
should I
one
give them?
thing that you don't need is defensive backfield.
So who else should I give them?
The guy I'm about to say.
Okay.
All right. Who the Los Angeles Chargers will take? Trey Smith to fill the massive gaping hole at center. Who they have? Scott Quessenberry currently playing at center.
You do not take a center in the first round, a center guard in the first round, unless he is Quentin Nelson caliber or better.
Wait, but do you think the Colts regret drafting Ryan Kelly in the first round?
I don't know, do they?
No, they do not regret drafting Ryan Kelly, one of the best centers in the league, in the first round.
Okay.
They are the head of your offensive line. They call out the entire defense.
But they are not as important as your blindside tackle.
Okay. There is not a blind.
Name me another first round center or guard.
What do you mean?
Quentin Nelson, Ryan Kelly. Name me another first round center or guard.
Yeah, man. If I wasn't tired, I'd know.
I'm just saying, you know, you could, anybody that has any knowledge of the NFL can spit out tackles that were in the first round.
I know. You would love to take a left tackle here. And they traded for Trey Turner, who's a very, very good guard. But you have to have a good center. You have to protect Justin Herbert. You know, people come up the middle, too. They're not just people blitzing from the edge.
I understand that, but you can get good value and a good starting center, second, third, fourth round.
Same thing with corners and receivers.
I understand that, but just like you, unless it is Julio Jones, you don't take a wide receiver in the first. I feel the same way about guards and centers. Because, son,
games are won in the trenches.
I understand that.
They're not won on the outside.
I understand that, son.
From the back.
But you can get an athletic 6'2" to 6'6", 290 to 310 pound offensive lineman in second, third, or fourth round, and you can teach technique.
I know you can teach technique, but not everybody picks up on technique. People like Eric Flowers, he's a big, strong, very good offensive guard.
I got you, and I understand. You're going to have misses. Everybody has misses. I mean, the Bears had a huge whiff, Kevin White.
Yes. Well, that was just because of injuries. But people say, well, you can't teach size, you can't teach size, you can't teach size. There have been plenty of offensive tackles that are like 6'2".
I understand that. But I can teach somebody how to play center. But you can't teach.
Can you teach a guy?
You can't teach what we believe that Patrick Surtain and Sean Wade have.
You were ripping Sean Wade like 15 minutes ago.
No, I said he is not a top 15 pick. I didn't say he wasn't a top 20 pick. He's not a top 15 pick.
You can't teach what Ryan Kelly had, where he could walk up the line on it. He's coming from here. You got him.
That's film study. It's film study, son.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Not everybody can do that. Not everybody has the will to do that.
Son, there's 32 other centers that do that. May not be as good as Ryan Kelly, but there's 32 other centers that do that. Or 31. Sorry, 31 other centers that do that.
I feel this fills a need. You got to protect Justin Herbert.
I agree with you. And if you're taking Trey Smith, and some people have him as a tackle, I have no problem with it if he's a tackle.
Well, you're going to put him where he fits best, obviously.
But I don't feel that you take guards and centers in the first round. unless they're Quentin Nelson.
I don't feel like you take receivers in the first round unless they're a leader. Jalen Waddle's not a Julio level player. Neither is Devontae Smith.
You don't know that. Just like I don't know. Trey Smith could turn out to be better than Quentin Nelson. He could. I don't know. You don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. All right, with the 20th pick, I got the Pittsburgh Steelers taking Jamie Newman, quarterback, transfer quarterback into UGA. And I believe it was at Wake Forest. At Wake Forest, he had 2,868 passing yards, 26 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. He rushed for 574 yards and 6 more touchdowns. Quarterback, 6'4", 230 pounds. I think at Georgia, in that system, he's going to put up Jake Fromm type of numbers. More mobile, and I think he is a perfect fit for Pittsburgh for what they're trying to do, and transitioning from Big Ben to their new starter. I think Jamie Newman does everything they need him to do.
I mean, it's just 26 touchdowns, 11 interceptions at a small school. He's moving
but you got to look at he's going up against the DBs from Clemson, the safety we talked about, Thompson for Florida State. You know, he's going up against some good talent with Wake Forest level receivers.
I mean, I get it. I don't know if he can really. I don't know if he's really an NFL prospect.
Yeah, I think he is. I think if he'd have stayed at Wake Forest, he might have been a middle round pick, you know, middle of the draft pick. But he goes to Georgia. If the interceptions cut down to even 9 and the touchdowns go up, you know,
I see him as more of a mid-second round, late second round guy.
and he might. I seriously thought about going the quarterback out of North Dakota State,
Trey Lance.
Lance.
Never thrown an interception in college,
You
but
know,
he's at FCS.
So I mean, they need a quarterback. That is their biggest need.
I mean, I think Big Ben's got 2, 3, 4 years left.
I don't know.
I mean, Big Ben obviously the top.
You know surgery. Well, he had Pittsburgh had I'm going to retire.
Yeah.
You know, a few years ago.
Yeah, and it's kind of like the Brett Favre thing where he kept trying to come back. He was like thinking about retirement, thinking about coming back. And then you reach for a quarterback. I just feel like Pittsburgh, they want to go after the Super Bowl. One more. They have the defense. They have the elite level defense.
They do.
They don't have the receiver core they had with AB and Juju and I think James Washington. They lost a guy who, if he stepped on the field today, was one of the best receivers.
Yeah.
I think they still have Vance McDonald at tight end. You know, solid, the oldest offensive line in the league. But they still have a good offensive line.
But if you look at what they have, and you look at what they need, and I'm not big on drafting for need in the first round, but quarterback is the glaring need. Their backup they got now is not going to take them anywhere.
I think they believe in Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph, he had times where he played really well, and he had times where he played awful.
That's what I was about to say. He's very erratic, and he's been in the league for a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's been in the league for 2 years. Duck Hodges wasn't the answer.
But Jamie Newman, I think, would, from the time they call his name, would be the instant backup.
Yeah, probably. All right, I have Pittsburgh taking Brevin Jordan, tight end. I think they just need another weapon on offense. That's what I think their main need is. Yeah, their O-line is kind of old, but it's still very effective. They got Juju. They got James Washington, I believe. I think they got Deontay Johnson, Vance McDonald. I'm pretty sure he's still there. Brevin Jordan got a receiver like build. He had 500 yards, 2 touchdowns. Probably a bit of a reach, but.
Well, I don't think it's a bit of a reach. I think it's a first-round talent coming out of Miami. the college football season this upcoming year, he's going to get a whole lot more chances at a whole lot more passes with the new offensive coordinator they got down there, Rhett Lashley. You got the quarterback transfer, Keene from Houston, loves to throw the ball up in the air. He's going to get a lot more chances. I look for him to have a lot more receptions, yards, touchdowns this year.
Very versatile.
And he very well could take over that #1 spot if he has a great year ahead of Kyle Pitts in Florida.
I also think they signed Eric Ebron this offseason. I believe he's there now. So
They may have, I don't remember. There's been so many moves, so much stuff going on.
the Steelers were Ben Roethlisberger, average Ben Roethlisberger away last year from being a 12-14, competed for a Super Bowl because of how great that defense is with Minka Fitzpatrick and
that was a
Watt.
very, very good trade.
Cam, I can't remember his name.
They got Bud Dupree.
Yeah.
They're just the Steelers are doing what the Steelers do. Great defense.
Joe Hayden.
Pound the rock.
Yeah, James Conner had an off year, but there was no threat of a passing game last year. Even Juju had a bad year. I think he got hurt. It's just with Big Ben coming back. Last time we saw him at Floyd Hall, I think he threw 5,000 yards.
Yeah.
That was with AB.
That's our video. We'll get 21 through 32 out in the next day or so. Please hit the like button if you liked it. Subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell. We're working on a lot more content coming out. This is all we got to do, like I said, until Corona shuts down and we get to go back to work. So y'all have a nice night, good day. Whenever you're watching this, stay safe. God bless.